went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to the booth up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Let's go. 82. Black.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Hang in there now. 81.
On 1st down, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. A dump off to Sproles. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it down out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Great 15, great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Let's go. Rhino. Yellow. Reach in there. Yellow. Zebra. It's a hot.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively,
Let's go.
got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
We're going. Let's go.
2nd down, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 23 yards on the play.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Rose. Wide. Two.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Move.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Leave it. Ring up, 48. Rhino. We're going. Let's go. The hood. Through.
53's the fight. 53.
Rhino.
Coming for us.
The hood. Yellow.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Rhino. Move.
Check. 53's fight. Check. 53.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Black. Two. Move.
From the red zone now, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
17, got it.
Black. Rhino.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go. Left. Ringo. Left.
A first down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Left. Line out. Yellow.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. He had the touchdown catch on the last drive. Now he's got a first down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Throwing is Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Carlson now to kick this one away. And out now come the Eagles. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Wins to throw on 2nd down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it on the 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, Steamer, Steamer.
14. We got trips over here. Trips over here.
Black, 82. Zebra. Hey, Steamer. Dad.
Following the interception, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, Steamer. Mason. Move.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Black. Rhino. Wide. Wait, hot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Spurs. Zebra. Move. 2.
Cousins now. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go. Hey, Steamer. Rhino. 2. Go ahead.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. So 2 quarters down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Cousins on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Let's go.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Wide.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Switch.
Hey, Oscar!
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Gun!
That's the way.
Hot!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Come on now, come on, let's go, let's go.
This is a Johnny. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the safety creep.
Black, 82. Gun.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Right here, Clifford. We're going. We're going. Let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Got it.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. Complete to right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Let's go.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wallace. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a first down. Wentz now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And Elliott puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Flipper! Where's your hot?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yellow. We're going, let's go.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Go ahead. Rhino!
Cousins now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, flipper, let's go.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Wide. Yellow. He's in there. Yellow. Hot.
Back to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Let's go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Listen. Go ahead.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there. And he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And that is incomplete.